Okay guys, hello to this the second part of this video and the final part. In this part of the video we're gonna learn how to make breakable stuff, how to make glass, how to make vehicles, how to put background music, and yeah, and stuff alike. So first, in order to make this video a little bit more quicker, I already created two solid blocks. So by now you should be able to know how to make two stupid blocks. So I just have put a random texture. So we have just two simple blocks here. The first block is gonna be glass. So we're gonna just Shift A and we're gonna type a glass texture. We're gonna look for a glass texture, whatever, or whatever texture you want actually. And this block we're gonna leave it like that. So this block is gonna be just glass. So we're gonna tie it to an entity. We're gonna function wall, and we're going to select render mode into additive, and we're going to make it a little bit transparent. So we're going to select it to like 100. So yeah, 100 is okay, and that's pretty much it. So basically render mode and FX amount are enough to make this trick. And then this block is going to be breakable, so we're going to select the tie to entity. We're going to func breakable, and here you're going to select whatever options you want. In order to make it breakable, you're going to select the strength. The strength is going to be essentially the durability of the block. How many shots can it stand before breaking? So let's say we're going to make it like 300, a pretty solid block. Material type, we're going to select material type. This time around it's not glass, but it's like a cinder block. It's like solid, it's like a solid rock brush. And also render mode, effects amount, that's pretty good. Render mode, solid, not light. And we're gonna test these two blocks, how they behave. So we're gonna save them, and we're gonna compile this map, and let's test them. Come on! Alright, cool. So now we're gonna go to new game. We're gonna open the map. Here, as you can see, the glass is transparent and the wall obviously is a solid. So we can shoot through the wall, we're gonna try and see if this block actually breaks. Okay, so we are successful. So that's it for making this two different materials. Now we're gonna make a little tutorial how to make teleporters. Teleporters are pretty fun if you want to make a map with especially deathmatch maps and stuff like that. So we're gonna make a trigger cube. Okay, so we placed that little cube there. It's actually in front of our CT, and we're gonna tie it to a little entity here. Trigger teleport. Now we're gonna make another block. We're gonna make an entity now. And in properties, we're gonna select info target. Name, you can name whatever name you want. Probably for this tutorial it's gonna be position 1, pos 1. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to our teleporter properties. We're gonna select into target pos 1. You can select whatever sound you want. Let's say, I don't know, power deadbolt plunger, I don't know. Alright, you can select whatever, a lot of options. So now the teleport should be working, so we're gonna compile the map and see if the teleport works. Okay, so the teleport works perfectly well, as you can see. There's no problem whatsoever. Okay, so let's learn another trick. We're gonna learn how to make vehicles now. It's a bit more complicated than before, but it's still usable. We can still do it. Okay, so first, in order to make vehicles, you'll have to know that vehicles are not compatible with models. So if you have a fancy model of a racing car, of or whatever, a nice plane, you unfortunately in source, in the gold source, you won't be able to do that in Gold Engine. So the only way you can make vehicles is by making vehicles with brush. With the brush tool, you have to make them. You have to make the vehicles yourself or download some, prefabs, but you won't be able to use models of vehicles, unfortunately. So for the sake of this video, again, we're gonna make a very simple, very simple model, a very simple brush. I mean, model for our vehicle. So we're gonna select, I don't know, this, no, not this texture. We're gonna select, I don't know, whatever texture you want, probably this, and we're gonna make like a board here, kind of a surfing board or a skateboard. Alright, so we have that. Okay, so now, once you have your, let's say this is gonna be your car, this is gonna be your vehicle. It's very rudimentary, I know. We're gonna make a little cube here. We're gonna take the brush cube tool and we're gonna make a little cube. Just try to make it in the middle of your vehicle. Just make sure it's placed in the middle of your vehicle, and select the origin texture. Okay, so we're gonna select and type enter, and there you should have your origin texture inside in the middle of your vehicle. So that's pretty good. we're gonna select both objects with Control, and once both objects are selected, just make sure to select this option, which is Group Selected Objects, because now they will behave as one. And once you have this little selection group converted, we're just gonna tie it to an entity, which is gonna be Func Vehicle. So tools tied to entity Func Vehicle. Just remember to put this entity, the origin texture, because otherwise the vehicle is not gonna work. So once you have the Func Vehicle, let's name it whatever, Mini. Render FX, render effects is going to be normal, render mode normal, invisible no, no solid no, light flags normal, texture light normal. So okay, so now first up, target, we're going to make it Mini S1. Or whatever name you want, but for the sake of this, it's going to be Mini S1. Then we're going to select whatever length, width, and height has your block. I'm not going to do that because it's very tiring, but, well, let's do it. Length, let's see, what's the length of this block? It's like... In order to figure out your dimensions, you have to identify this from this starting point here in the coordinates, from this to this. And once you identify the difference, you have to make the count. You put the difference here. So the width, you're gonna make sure here, from here to here, you're gonna go to the coordinates and make the math. So here we have 1,806, and here 1,388 and 1,334. .54 as width, and height, it's gonna be 661, 683. Alright, so now initial speed, we're gonna make it real fast. 150, speed 1,100, damage and crush, let's make it like 80. Okay, cool. So we have the vehicle almost ready. Okay, we're gonna make another trigger, another brush. This is gonna be the trigger. And we're gonna place this trigger is gonna make the controls of the car. They're gonna be the controls so the player can interact with the vehicle itself. Like that. Okay, so now we have that. Let's gonna tie it to an entity. We're gonna go Func Vehicle Controls. Vehicle name. I don't remember the name of the vehicle actually. The name was Mini. Okay, cool. And invisible, yes. Okay, now you have to put the stop points of your vehicle because otherwise the vehicle is gonna go like crazy when the map starts. So we're gonna place one point in front of the vehicle and one point in the back of the vehicle. So we're gonna do it. Just make sure to select an entity and select the path track. Place one in front and one in the back. Mini as one. Next stop and target Mini as 2. Do the same but the other way around. Alright, so now our vehicle should be ready to go. So we're gonna save the map and let's test if the vehicle works. Let's hope it does. Okay, so that's a little tutorial on how to make vehicles. As you can see, the vehicle works very nice. The controls were in the opposite side, so this is gonna be the correct position. But basically, that's the way how to make a vehicle. It's pretty complicated, but once you do it, it's simple. So yeah, let's see what else can I teach you guys. We've seen teleporters, we've seen vehicles, we've seen glass. Let's play some music, okay? Okay, so we're gonna make this. We're gonna make another entity here. Okay, but this time around, instead of being game player equip, we're going to change the entity into ambient generic. Okay, so now we're going to make our music. So I'm going to choose whatever music I have. Let's see. Okay. Hey. Okay. Go to your Counter-Strike folder, go to the sound folder, make a new folder with the name of your map. We're gonna convert this MP3 into the correct format. Just use whatever software you have for audio conversion. I have Pasera Free Audio Extractor 2.1. We're gonna select it here. We're gonna drag it here. Make sure to select WAV. Select channels mono. Sample frequency, make sure it's 44100. And let's convert it. Okay. So we have this. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna place it inside this folder that we just created. Okay, so now we're gonna go inside the game. Properties of ambient generic. We're gonna select the WAD. Test. Okay. Yeah, and we're gonna go to flags tab and play everywhere or whatever radios you want to use it. But this time around, we're gonna make music that it's gonna sound everywhere on the map. Now we're gonna save it and let's see if the music works. Okay, it's taking its sweet time. I don't know why the Counter-Strike is keep it's keep crashing. It's keep. Okay, so let's select the map.
Let's go.
Okay, so the music, as you can notice, works perfectly well. And let's see, I don't have a lot of much to show you guys now. Um, let's see, there's also a way to make sprites. I'm gonna teach you how to make sprites now for the final part of the video. I don't remember exactly which tool was needed to make the sprites. Let's look for that. I think it was Sprite Wizard. Yes. So you should have this program, which is very handy to make some sprites. We're gonna make a sprite. So we're gonna go to Google Images. I don't know. Let's go for Trump. All right. So we have this image itself. Just make sure to open Photoshop. Make sure to use the right dimensions. Come on. Image size. We're gonna first image trim it. Okay. Okay, fine. We're gonna make the right dimensions of this image size. Once you have this, make sure to put the background with a black. Oh crap. Like that. And make sure the sprite itself, edit free transform, just make sure that the sprite itself doesn't go into the edge of these of the borders. So let's make it a little bit smaller, just like that. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna go to image and index color, merge images, okay, and we're gonna go into save as, and we're gonna go into VMP and save it right there. So we got the image like so. We're gonna open this wavelength sprite wizard. Next, browse, select this, next, let's color and sprite color. Okay, whatever. I think this was the one. And finish. Trump. Okay, so we have the sprite produced. Let's hope it works. We're gonna go into a Counter-Strike folder maps. We're gonna go into sprites. Make a new folder with the name of map. And let's add it into our map. So we're gonna add an entity here. We're gonna add the cycler sprite. Okay. We're gonna go into model sprite. We're gonna add it. We're gonna go to the sprite folder. Okay, was not this one. I don't really remember. Okay, let's see. Okay, it was probably I don't remember exactly. It was Cycler probably. No, it's not. It was not Cycler. Okay, let's see. I don't remember the name of the function here. Okay, let's see. Alright. It was mSprite. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to select render mode additive. Okay. An FX amount. Okay, that's very well. So additive essentially is the render mode that actually deletes all the black background. So here you can see Trump has been added. It has kind of a shiny effect, but that's okay. Uh, so yeah, that's basically it. So I'm gonna teach you another way to make some skies. So the first way we learn how to make skies is a very simplistic way that only works if your map is just like a cube. But let's say your map is a bit more complicated, and you can make the sky with a cube. So let's say your map is super complicated. It's like a super labyrinth, and you want to make a sky. So it's very simple. You actually gonna go into the top view, and we're gonna see all the whole map here. We're gonna go into browse into null, and you want to select all the map that you got. If possibly, make this cube as closer to your map as possible, because it's gonna be more optimized. So let's make it like that, and go to the side view here, and we're gonna select this. As you can see, the sprite is very huge, so we're gonna make it like this. Okay, so just make sure that every single component is inside your cube. Now let's type start. Let's make it hollow. And now we are able to place the sky once again. And with this method, you will be able to introduce any sky into any map in a more complex way. Okay, not forget about the below one. And now we're gonna test the map. We're gonna save it and see if the sprite works, and everything works perfectly well. We're gonna compile it.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, cool. So now you can see that the sprite works and the new skybox method works as well. So that was pretty much it. With all these tutorials, these two very long video tutorials that I made, you should have the necessary tools to make some pretty cool maps, some pretty cool Counter-Strike maps. Now everything that is left is your imagination. The sky's the limit, because now that you have the tools, you have the knowledge, you can actually do whatever map you want. At least this is a very basic tutorial that I think it covers all the essentials. There are a lot more features of this program, but I think these tools that I just teach you guys are the most important ones to make cool maps. So I hope you really liked my video tutorial. I know it's super long, so yeah, I highly suggest you to see both video tutorials. If you want a more advanced video tutorial, just check out my first video tutorial, which was about ripping Quake 1 maps. So yeah, with these free video tutorials, you should have the tools to make good Counter-Strike maps. So I hope you like it. See you next time. Bye.